Okay. I think this is going. All right, my name's Diane. I'm from Planet Granite Santa Clara, and today we're going to be doing a 1 hour power yoga class. If you have 2 blocks available, that would be great, or a strap. If not, that's okay. I'll show you how to modify. I'll flow without blocks, but for some of these things we'll be doing in plank, it might be nice to have an elevated foundation. So set up your space and get what you need to feel comfortable. Cool. All right. And like I said, it'll be a 1 hour power yoga class. So we'll move a little bit faster than you typically would in a vinyasa class. And we might not be holding poses as long. So we just want to keep the heart rate going. But definitely move at your pace. You don't need to keep up with me. You should never be moving to a point of pain or moving to where you can't catch your breath. So just listen to the body, find your pace throughout this. But know that the goal of power yoga is just kind of to get the heart pumping, get the muscles moving in a little faster style than you would find in a typical vinyasa class. And then, like I said, if you have 2 blocks and a strap available, that's great. If you don't, that's okay. And we'll start in just a few minutes. And if you are at home, finding a comfortable space, if you're able to clear out some room, make some room, that's great. If you don't have a mat, that's okay. Just have space where you can move. And do your best to use your breath as your guide. Having breath and movement match the inhale and the exhale, especially when you're moving quickly, like in a power yoga class, can be difficult. So just do your best and have a non-judgmental approach to your practice. Meet your body where it's at. Again, never pushing to the point of pain or pushing to the point where you can't catch your breath. Matching my pace or knowing you're at home, you can take a break. Take child's pose. You can also do that in a studio too, but knowing you're at home without other people, it might be nice to really take that time to tune in with yourself. And then if you're just joining, the 2 blocks and a strap would be helpful. If you don't have it, that's okay. And before we begin, you can just come to a comfortable seat. Just allow the body to kind of unwind, do a little body scan. Just check out where you're at. Notice any tightness you might have, maybe in your shoulders or your hips. And just see where the mind is at. See if there's a lot of chatter going on today or if you're kind of able to slow things down. This is going to be a 1 hour power yoga class. We'll be moving a little quicker than we normally do in vinyasa. There's definitely ways to do power yoga where you're not moving super quick the whole time, where you can hold poses to really build strength. But I like to keep the heart going. I like to feel like I'm moving. So we'll do a nice little warm up and then get into some fun stuff. I'm going to focus a little bit on the front core and a little bit on the side core. And we'll be doing some knee to elbow stuff in different variations of plank, including a supported side plank. So I'll offer modifications along the way. But as I ramp it up, know you can do any of those modifications. You don't need to do what you're seeing. Okay, and we'll start in just 1 minute. So if you're just coming in, it'll be a 1 hour power yoga class. If you have 2 blocks and a strap available, go ahead and grab those. They're best suited at the top of your mat. If you don't, that's okay. I'll be flowing without props, but cueing you how to use them at home. And like I said, this is going to be a little bit quicker pace than you would normally find in a vinyasa class. So do what feels right, do what feels good, and don't feel like you're pushing yourself to a point where you can't breathe, or you're in any kind of pain. Knowing that the goal of any yoga class is to match breath with movement. Sometimes slowing things down can be even harder than moving quickly. So just kind of find your rhythm and do what feels good. Okay, guys, we're actually going to start standing up. So go ahead and just stand at the top of your mat. Your feet can be together or hip distance apart. This is mountain pose, hands alongside the body. And before we begin flowing, just go ahead and leave the hands where they are or bring them to heart center, hands touching. And go ahead and set an intention for your practice. Oftentimes we find focus through breath, but having an intention is a great way to focus the mind as well if you want to take your practice to that level today. It can be a personal intention or a dedication to uplift another. Holding that intention in mind as you flow through this practice. Flutter the eyes open and bring the hands alongside the body, and we'll get moving now. Inhale, bring the arms up, raise up, look up. Exhale, fold forward to Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, look up. Exhale, deepen the fold. Plant your hands and take a big step back with the right foot, lowering on the right knee, inhaling to Anjaneyasana. Bring the hands down, step back into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale to a baby cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Bring the right foot forward, lower the left knee down, rise up in Anjaneyasana. Bring the hands down, tuck the back toes, bring the back foot to meet the front, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deepen the fold. Bring the arms back up, hands alongside the body, Tadasana. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plant the hands on the shins, look up. Exhale, deepen the fold. Plant your hands, step back with the left foot, lowering onto the left knee, rising up, low lunge. Bring the hands to the mat, step back into plank, lower knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale to a baby cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Bring the left foot forward, lower the right knee down, raise up to low lunge. Bring the hands forward, tuck the back toes, bring the back foot forward, folding over Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands alongside the body. Now from here, bend the knees, hook the thumbs. Inhale, arch back, look back. Exhale, folding forward, hands clasped behind the back, straighten legs, straighten arms. Plant the hands, take a big step back with the right foot, looking up in a runner's lunge. Step back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Lower knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale to a baby cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Raise the right foot, bring it between the hands, look up in that runner's lunge. Bring the back foot to meet the front, folding forward. Bend the knees, hook the thumbs. Inhale, raise up, arch back. Exhale, folding forward, clasping hands behind the back, straighten legs, straighten arms. Plant the hands, take a big step back with the left foot, looking up in that runner's lunge. Step back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale to a baby cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Bring the left foot forward, look up in that runner's lunge. Bring the back foot to meet the front, fold forward. Bend knees, hook thumbs, rise up, arch back. Hands alongside the body, Tadasana. Good, we're going to play with Sun B now. Bend the knees, raise the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deepen the fold.
Plant your hands. You can step or jump back, lowering to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the right foot forward and come up into a high lunge. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, flip the palms, reverse your warrior. Exhale, coming down to extended side angle. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, come down to triangle pose. Inhale, rise back up to warrior two. Plant the hands, step back. You can stay in your plank. You can lower knees, chest, chin, or take Chaturanga Dandasana. Pushing back into a downward facing dog. Bring the left foot forward, plant the raising up to a high lunge. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Flip the palms, reverse your warrior. Coming down on an extended side angle. Inhale, straighten legs, straighten arms. Exhale, coming into your triangle. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Plant your hands, step back. You can hold your plank, lower knees, chest, chin, or take Chaturanga Dandasana. And then everyone meet in downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward, hop or walk to the top of the sticky mat, folding over the legs. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, rise back up. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, bend the knees, arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deepen the fold. Planting hands, you can step or jump back, lowering down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Bring the right foot forward, rise up into a high lunge. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, come down to extended side angle. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, come up to the warrior two. Plant the hands, step back, holding your plank or going through a vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Left foot forward, rising up to a high lunge. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Flip the palms, reverse your warrior. Exhale, come to extended side angle. Inhale, straighten the leg, rising up. Exhale, coming to triangle. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Plant your hands, step back, again, holding plank or taking your vinyasa. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bend the knees, look forward, hop or walk to the top of the sticky mat, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deepen the fold. Bend the knees, raise the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, coming back to mountain pose. Nice. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deepen the fold. Plant the hands, again, step or jump back, lowering down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the right foot forward, plant the back foot, rising up to a warrior one. Exhale, open up to a warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, come into your triangle. Staying in this triangle, you can extend the left arm over the head. Staying here, or raise the right arm parallel to the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands to the waist, rise up. Rebend the front knee, plant the hands, step back into plank, take your vinyasa, or meet in downward facing dog. Knowing child's pose is always open to you. Good. From here, we're going to bring the left foot forward, planting the back, rising up to a warrior one. Exhale, open to a warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, come to your triangle. Now you can stay here. You can bring the right arm over the right ear, staying here, or bring the left arm parallel. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the waist, rise back up. Rebend the front knee, plant your hands, step back into plank, taking your vinyasa, or meeting in downward facing dog. Good. Staying in this down dog for 2 more breaths. Just reconnect with breath. Recall your intention. Inhale and exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, jump or walk to the front of the sticky mat, folding over the legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, bend the knees, rising up to Utkatasana, and stay here. In Utkatasana, make sure you can look down and see your toes. There's a little more weight in the balls of the feet. And we're not shrugging the arms up. We're drawing the shoulder blades down, even if that means our arms bend a little bit. Staying here. We're beginning to sit back a little bit more, bringing the torso a little more parallel with the floor. Staying here. Or drop back even more. So now you're parallel with the floor, knees bent. Arms can be forward or arms can be back. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the hands down and straighten legs. Good. From here, plant your hands. You can jump or step back to plank. Holding your plank, or you can go through a vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, bring the right leg through and lower down to the left leg. Coming upright. Make sure your right knee is over the right ankle, left hip is over the left knee. And from here, our arms are going to be up for a low lunge. Again, we're not shrugging the shoulders to the ears. Draw the shoulder blades down, even if your arms bend a little bit. Letting those back muscles do the work. From here, we're going to exhale, slowly come forward, and then inhale, rise up. Now my glutes are engaged. I'm pushing into that back knee while pushing into the floor with my right foot. The only thing moving is my torso. We're going to do 3 more. Exhale, fold forward. Try and keep everything else straight and still. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Tucking in that belly button to the spine. Last one. Folding forward. And then rising up. Now from here, you can keep the arms up or bring your hands to your waist as you tuck the back toes, coming into a high lunge. Make sure that back leg is nice and straight. You're lifting up on that left kneecap. And then same thing, arms up. Again, bringing the shoulders away from the ears, even if that means bending the arms. Inhale here, squeeze the left glute. Really push into the sole of that right foot. And then squeeze the core together, bring everything together. On your exhale, fold forward, moving only the torso. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Keep squeezing. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands down. Take a step back, opening the hip into a fire hydrant. So coming into a 3-legged dog. Bending that right knee. Good. From here, come up onto the ball of the left foot as you roll forward into a plank, placing the right foot outside the right hand, lowering down into a brief lizard. So my right toes are off the mat, my right heel is on. My left knee is on the ground, shoulders over the arms. From here, tuck the toes and raise that knee, stepping back into a plank. Now we're going to repeat that motion a couple times. If you have blocks, place them under your hands on the medium or shortest setting. And then from here, on your exhale, bring that right leg back out like you're preparing for lizard. Inhale, step back to plank or holding a 3-legged plank. Exhale, bring that right foot back out to lizard. Inhale, push back to a 3-legged or a plank. 2 more, bringing the right foot forward, stepping back, trying only to move the leg. Good. Pushing back, last one. And then step back, push into your downward facing dog. You can roll forward to a plank and take a vinyasa, or meet us in downward facing dog. And we'll do the other side. All right, from our downward facing dog, drop onto your knees. Bring the left foot forward and come up into that low lunge. Left knee over left ankle, right hip over right knee. And we're squeezing our glutes, our right glute, pushing into that sole of the left foot and pushing into the knee of the right. Bringing the arms up, not shrugging, so bringing them away from the ears. And then from here, take an inhale, bring the belly button to the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Try and keep everything tight. The only thing moving is your torso. Good. 2 more. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Last one. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Now leave your hands up or bringing them to your waist as you tuck the back toes, coming into a high lunge. Double check, make sure our left knee is over the right. Our back leg is straight. The right knee is pulling up, engaging that quad. And again, arms are up, not hugging the ears. Tighten everything up. Squeeze the right glute. And on your exhale, fold forward, just moving the torso. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Last one. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise back up. Good. From here, plant your hands. Step back to a 3-legged dog and fire hydrant that left hip. Gonna take one more breath here. Inhale, roll forward to a plank, dropping that left foot so the toes are off the mat, heel is on, lowering to the right leg for a brief lizard's pose. And again, grabbing your blocks if they were helpful on the other side for foundation under the hands. We'll tuck the back toes, lifting the right knee off the ground. Step back into a plank. And then same movement, trying to only move the leg. So your foot might not meet your hands, especially if you don't have blocks. Be patient. From here, go ahead and exhale. Bring that left foot outside the left hand. Inhale, kick back to a plank or a 3-legged plank. Exhale, come back. Inhale. Exhale, left foot outside of the left hand. Inhale, push back. 2 more. Exhale, foot to hand. Pushing back. Last one, foot to hand. Pushing back. Now you can hold this plank, take a vinyasa, or meet us in downward facing dog. Good. From your downward facing dog, bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop to the top of the sticky mat, folding over Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, bend the knees, rise up. Hands at heart center, and pause in action. Reconnect with your breath. Recall your intention. Good. From here, hands alongside the body. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Bring the hands to heart center. On your exhale, twist and try and lower the right elbow to the left knee. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, twist the other way, left elbow to right knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Right elbow to left knee. Inhale, rise back up. One more left. Inhale, rise back up. And then fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, fingertips to shins. Exhale, deepen the fold. Plant your hands. You can step or jump back. Holding plank, you can also lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you're ever jumping back, try not to jump back into plank. Try and jump straight back to Chaturanga Dandasana. So when I cue jumping back, you can always just step back to plank and lower down instead. All right, from here, we're going to come forward to plank pose. So my shoulders are directly under my wrists. From here, we're going to bring our right knee to our right elbow. All right, so take an inhale and then exhale, right knee to right elbow, step back. Right knee to right elbow, bring it back. Right knee to right elbow, bring it back. Two more. Right knee to right elbow, bring it back. Last one, right knee to right elbow, bring it back. Step back into a brief downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, step back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, back. Two more. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, step back. Last one, knee to elbow, and come back. Good. From here, lower down to your knees and take a brief child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. From your child's pose, come onto your hands and knees and lower down onto your belly. From here, bring the forearms onto the mat, shoulders directly over the elbows. With the feet together, tuck the toes and rise into a forearm plank. Good. Now you can hold this forearm plank or you can repeat the same motions. On an exhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Trying only to move that leg and keeping everything else nice and firm. Do one more, bringing the knee to the elbow and back. Lower down onto the belly and just relax for a couple breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. One more inhale and exhale. Good. From here, elbows underneath shoulders, feet together, tuck the toes, coming into your forearm plank. And again, same thing. You can stay holding the forearm plank, or on your next exhale, bring the left knee towards the left elbow. Kick it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Bring it back. Two more. Exhale, knee to elbow. Kick it back. Last one. Exhale, knee to elbow. Kick it back. And then gently lower onto the belly, bringing the forearms on top of each other. Rest the head on the forearms and just shake the hips back and forth. Good. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and come back to hands and knees, tabletop position. We're going to play here with supported side plank. Might feel good to have padding under the knees. Otherwise, knees are hip distance apart, shoulders under wrist, palms flat spread on the floor. Rotate the right foot away from the mat as you extend the left foot out, coming into that supported side plank. So your left foot is on the floor, right hip over right knee. The left hand can remain on the waist, or you can extend it overhead. Now from here, we're going to play with some crunches. So just do what feels good, staying in this position or doing the crunches. On your next inhale, bend the elbow, bend the knee. Exhale, extend out. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend out. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend out. Inhale, elbow to knee. And then last one, elbow to knee. Bring it down. Bring the left hand back to the waist. Coming back, palm to the floor. You can step back and take a vinyasa of your choice. Or you can push back into downward facing dog. Good. Now from this downward facing dog, we'll come back onto our hands and knees, and we'll do the left side. So feet or knees hip distance apart, palms flat, fingers spread. Rotate the left foot off the mat, coming onto the sole or the outer edge of that right foot in this supported side plank. Make sure your left shoulder is directly over that left wrist. Staying with your right hand on your hip or raising it up. Staying here or extending the arm over the ear. Now you can stay here or you can do some of the crunching. On your next inhale, bring the knee to the elbow. Exhale, extend back out. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Knee to elbow. Exhale, extend. Knee to elbow. Coming back. Raise the right arm overhead. Bring that hand to the waist. Placing the hand on the floor. Coming back into a plank. You can take a vinyasa, hold your plank, or push into downward facing dog. Now we're going to do the same thing, but in side plank without our knee on the ground. You can repeat the variation with your knee on the ground, or join us on this one. So from here, you'll just roll forward to plank. Roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Bring the left hand to the waist. Now my right shoulder is directly over the right wrist. Extend my left arm up or bring it over the ear. And then crunches. Inhale, bring elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Again, you can be doing the variation with your knee on the floor. Keep going. 2 more, knee to elbow. Extend. Last one, knee to elbow. And extend. Bring that left hand down, step back into your plank. You can take a vinyasa, hold plank, or meet us in downward facing dog, and we'll do the other side. Good. Everyone come into downward facing dog and take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Roll onto the outer edge of the left foot as you bring the right foot on top of the left, right hand on hip. Double check, make sure left shoulder is directly over the left wrist. Raise the right hand up, staying here, or bringing the hand over the ear. Joining for the crunches or taking a variation of your choice. Inhale, knee to elbow, exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to elbow, exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to elbow, exhale, extend. 2 more. Knee to elbow, exhale, extend. Last one, knee to elbow, exhale, extend. Bring that right arm back up to your waist, hand on the floor, taking a plank. You can take a vinyasa of your choice, or lower into downward facing dog or child's pose. Okay, if you're in child's pose, tuck the toes and come to a downward facing dog. From this downward facing dog, bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop to the front of the sticky mat, folding over the feet. Inhale, fingertips to shins. Exhale, deepen the pose. Inhale, bend the knees, rising up to Utkatasana. Exhale, hands at heart center, and pause in action. Reconnect with breath. Recall your intention. Good. From here, flutter the eyes open and bring the hands alongside the body, standing in mountain pose. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms for Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips to shins. Exhale, deepen the fold. Plant your hands. Again, you can step or jump back, lowering to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. From here, look forward, bend the knees, jump or walk to the front of the sticky mat, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, bring the arms up, bending the knees, staying in Utkatasana. Again, look down, make sure your knees are in line, and sit a little further back so you can see your toes, or straighten up a little bit more. Staying here, or if you'd like, playing with standing on your tippy toes. Holding this Utkatasana variation on your toes, or soles of the feet on the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soles of the feet to the ground, folding forward, Uttanasana. Good. Plant your hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, we're going to come into Malasana or squat. So you can walk the feet outside of the hands, or you can bend the knees and jump to your squat. So your toes are off the mat, the heels are on. You're sitting on a block for elevation. If your heels don't reach the floor and you have a blanket, you can put them underneath the heels. Or if you don't have blocks, you can rise up, placing your hands on your thighs. Finding a squat that feels good. And then from here, you're staying in this squat, spine straight, or lift your arms up. Again, don't shrug the shoulders to the ears, draw them down the spine. And hold here for 5, 4, bring everything in, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the belly, and 1. Bring the hands back to heart center and place them on the ground. Now from here, you can come back into your squat, raising arms 1 more round, or you can play with crow. Placing the arms in front of you, bring the feet onto the ground and the knees as close to the shoulders as you can. If you have a block, you can stand on that. You can practice just lifting one toe up or the other, or looking forward, not down, bring both feet up into crow. Now from here, we're moving a little bit quicker. We're not holding long. If you're in squat, come onto hands and knees, step back into plank, take your chaturanga or down dog. If you're in crow and it's in your practice, you can jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, and just hold this down dog for 2 breaths. Letting go of whatever you found, whatever you did or didn't do. Good, from this down dog, we're going to lift the right foot up, bring it between the hands, rising up to a high lunge. So I'm on the balls of my left toes, right knee bent, arms up. Again, not near the ears, we're drawing them down the back, even if that means our elbows bend a little. We're tucking the belly button towards the spine as we tuck the tailbone in, trying to straighten that spine. Good, from here, straighten the front leg, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend both knees, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten arms, straighten legs. Exhale, bend both knees. Inhale, straighten everything up. Exhale, bend 2 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, and hold. Really tuck the tummy in. Draw the tailbone back down. Straightening that spine. For 3, 2, and 1. Look forward, plant hands, step back into your plank, taking your vinyasa, or pushing back into a downward facing dog. And we'll do the other side. Good, from here, bring the left foot forward, rising up to that high lunge. Left knee over left ankle. that right leg is nice and straight. I'm pulling the right kneecap up to engage that thigh while pushing the heel away. Arms overhead, not shrugging, drawing them down the spine. From here, straighten the front leg, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend both knees, bend the arms. Inhale, straighten legs, straighten arms. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. 2 more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Last one. Exhale, bend. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look down, plant hands, step back into your plank. Lower Chaturanga Nidasana, knees, chest, chin, or take your downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, bend the knees, look forward, jump or walk to the front of the sticky mat, folding over the legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, bend the knees, rise up, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands at heart center. Nice. Now from the top of your mat, take a big step back so that your feet are parallel in a wide-legged foundation for a forward fold. Feet are parallel to the front and back of the mat, toes facing the side. And if you have a healthy lower back, you can kind of pigeon toe the toes a little bit. Hands on your waist. And from here, we're going to fold forward, first placing our hands directly under the shoulders. Now we're going to do a little side twisting here. So bring the thumbs so that they meet. And bring the thumbs so they're touching as you look down at your hands. From here, raise the right arm up. And then exhale, bring it between the hand, trying to grab onto that left outer edge of the foot, shin, or ankle. Now you can extend the left arm ahead in front of you, or bend that left arm. So you're grabbing onto your left leg with your right hand. The left arm is straight in front of you, and you're twisting towards the left. Good. One more breath here. And then inhale, come back so the hands are directly under the shoulders. Bring the thumbs together so they're underneath, like right directly under your face. And then from here, lift the left arm up. Exhale, bring it between the right hand and the leg as you grab the outer shin, ankle, or foot of the right leg. Keeping the left arm bent. And then the right hand flat on the floor, extending it out in front of you. A little twisted, sorry. So basically your left hand is holding your right leg. Right hand is either flat on the floor bent or reaching out in front of you. One more breath here. And then bring the hands back in front of your face. Place the hands on your waist and rise up. Good. From here, we're going to play with Goddess. So leaving your feet where they are, just bring the heels in towards each other so the toes are pointing towards the corners of the mat. From here, hands on the waist, bend the knees. Now you have a tendency to kind of round the back and come forward. Try and keep the spine straight. You can place the hands on the thighs and push into those with straight arms. Hands on the waist or hands up. Now from here, we're going to play on our toes. So you can just hold this goddess pose as is, or on your next inhale, lift up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, lift onto toes. Exhale, feet on the ground. Inhale, lift onto your toes. Exhale, feet on the ground. 2 more. Inhale, onto your toes. Exhale, feet on the ground. Last one. Inhale, onto the toes and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet on the ground, hand on the waist. Everybody straighten the legs. Take a breath in here. And we'll do one more squat variation. Hands on the waist, bend the knees coming into that goddess. Making sure we're upright So our shoulders are over our hips, hands on the thighs. You can lean forward with a straight spine if that helps, or hands up. From here, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend both knees, bend both arms. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, hands on waist, straighten legs, bring feet back to parallel, bend the right knee so the right foot's facing the front of the mat, step back into a plank, take your vinyasa. Everybody's meeting in child's pose. Good. Now from this child's pose, we're going to play with Pinchamayurasana, or you can play with dolphin, or you can take a long child's pose. No one's watching, whatever you feel up to today. But otherwise, if you want to play with dolphin or forearm stand, come onto your hands and knees. Knees are hip distance apart, hands are flat on the ground, shoulders under wrist. From here, tuck your toes and come to downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, lower arm to your forearms, coming into dolphin. Now, if you have a block, you can place the block between your hands, between the index finger and the thumbs. You want to try and keep the palms flat and the wrists flat on the floor. Staying in this dolphin pose, you can play with lifting one leg up and then putting that down, lifting the other leg up, working on the core. And we'll see if I can come up today. Otherwise, forearms on the ground, walk the feet a little bit closer to the torso, lift one of your legs up, bend the other foot, and play with hopping up. Breathing in and breathing out. And when you're done, in your own time, graceful as you can, come back down, placing one foot down and then the other, resting in a child's pose. We're here for about 10 more breaths. So if you went up, kicked up with one leg, come back down, take a rest, and kick up with the other. If you played with the block on one side, maybe see what it's like without the block on the other. We want the palms flat, wrists flat, pushing into your forearms. You need a lot of core to be able to maintain yourself up. You also need a lot of that hip flexor flexibility and strength. A lot of what we were working today was focusing on those hip flexors. 5 more breaths here, wherever you're at. Playing with dolphin, forearm stand, or enjoying your child's pose. Good. Now, if you're playing in dolphin or forearm stand, come to your child's pose. And we'll rest in child's pose for 3 more breaths. Might feel good to have the hands alongside the body, palms facing up so the shoulders can round. And just breathe. And let go. Let go of what you were able to do. Let go of what you weren't able to do. Be in this moment right now. Good. From here, we're going to push into our hands, coming into a downward facing dog. Raise the right foot up. Bring the right knee to the right wrist and lower into pigeon pose. Now we're going to maintain an upright pigeon. So if you have blocks, you can have the hands forward or bring the hands closer to the body for a deeper back bend. Placing padding underneath the right hip if you have any kind of gap between the floor and that thigh. And then if this is uncomfortable on the knee, flexing the right toes, go ahead and come to your back. Place the right ankle on the left, above the left knee. Bring your arms through that hole and grab the thigh or the shin for thread the needle. Now staying in this upright pigeon, you can stay here or you can lift the left foot off the floor. Staying here, reaching back with the left arm, grabbing the left foot. Staying here, or playing a little with mermaid, hooking the left foot on the right elbow. With all the shoulder chaturanga forearm stuff we did, if you're feeling open and able, coming into king pigeon, where your elbow ends up pointing towards the ceiling. This is known as a flip grip. Grabbing your toes with one or both hands. Pigeon of your choice for 2 more breaths. Good. If you're bound in any way, come back to an upright position. And then everybody very gently just walk the hands towards the right for a mild twist. Walk the hands back in front. Remove any padding you had. Lean heavy to the right as you bring the left leg over the right knee, coming into a seated spinal twist. So my right leg is on the floor. My left knee is bent on top. Staying here, you can extend the bottom leg out straight if this is too uncomfortable. Otherwise, place the left hand behind you. Right arm up, hug or hook that left knee for a spinal twist. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. One more inhale and exhale. Now untwisting. If your bottom leg is straight, you can stay straight for this. Keep the left hand on the floor. With your right hand, grab the outer edge of that left foot and pick it up. Maintaining a straight spine. Your knee might be bent, or you can work on straightening the leg. But what you don't want to do is have a rounded back and a straight leg. Bend the knee and have a straight spine. Left hand on the floor or raising up. Staying here or releasing the right hand from the foot, trying to maintain that straight spine, even bending that left knee. One more breath. Good. Place everything down, crossing ankles, roll over onto hands and knees, coming into plank. You can hold plank or take a vinyasa of your choice. And then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Okay, we're coming onto pigeon on the left side. Bring the left knee to the left wrist, lower onto that right leg, extending it out, staying in an upright pigeon pose. If you have a gap between your left thigh and the mat, place some padding under there, whether it's a blanket or a block. Again, you can roll onto your back and thread the needle, placing the left ankle over the right knee and grab you behind the thigh or on top of the shin. Now, staying in this upright, you can have hands close to the body or walk hands away from the body. This will make the back bend less intense. Staying here, or again, you can lift that right foot off the ground, reach back with your right hand. Staying here, you can hook for mermaid, trying to bring the left hand to meet the right. Staying here, or if you're feeling like it, flipping your grip. That means grabbing on to the outer edge of that foot and bringing the elbow so it's facing up to the ceiling, grabbing onto toes with one hand or reaching back with both. Coming into the pigeon variation that feels good for you, holding for 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale and exhale. If you are bound, release the hands. And whether you're more upright or down a little bit lower, everybody just walk your hands to the left for a mild twist. Good. From here, come back to center. If you had padding underneath this hip, remove it. Roll to the left as you bring the right foot over the left knee, coming into a seated spinal twist. Readjust, make sure you're not sitting on your heel. So the right foot is outside the left knee. Right hand is behind you. Again, you can extend the left leg straight out in front of you if you'd prefer. Otherwise, lift the left hand up, hug or hook the right knee, and twist. If your left leg is straight in front of you, flex those toes, keeping that left leg active so the toes are facing towards you. And then exhale, untwist. From here, keeping the right hand on the floor, taking the left hand, grabbing the outside edge of that left foot with a straight spine, bringing that foot up. Now your knee can remain bent, or you can work on straightening the leg. Just don't leave, go so deep to where you're hunching. So find where you're at, staying here or lifting the right arm up. And then again, staying here or letting go of that right foot. But just don't hunch wherever you're at. Try and keep the spine nice and straight. Good. One more breath here. And then release down, crossing ankles, rolling over onto hands and feet, coming into plank, taking a chaturanga or a vinyasa of your choice. Otherwise, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, lower down onto your hands and knees. We're going to come into bridge. So just sit down, soles of the feet on the ground. Make sure that they're hip distance apart. So right now my knees are towards my chest. Feet are hip distance apart, parallel. Grabbing onto my thighs or arms out, lowering one vertebrae at a time for a little bit more core. Or in your own time, your own practice, just come down to your back. All right, with bridge, our feet are hip distance apart, feet are parallel. Try and graze your fingertips to your heels. If they don't touch, that's okay, but that's about as close as we want our feet to our body. Hands alongside the body, palms facing down. Pushing in on your next inhale, push into the palms as you lift your bottom, and then your lower middle back off the floor, grabbing grabbing the edges of the mat or clasping your hands underneath. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs like you're trying to hold on to something. Good. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands and lower down. Keep the soles of the feet flat on the floor. If you need to release tension in the lower back, you can bring the knees together or feet as wide as a sticky mat, dropping the knees from one side to the other, windshield wipering the knees. We're going to do one more bridge. If you'd like, you can take wheel instead. But everyone will start with their feet hip distance apart, parallel, palms flat on the ground. From here, push your palms into the ground as you lift your bottom, and then your lower middle back off the floor. And if you're taking bridge, you're grabbing outer edges of the mat or clasping your hands underneath. Otherwise, fingertips to the shoulder tips, palms flat on the floor as you push into your wheel. If you'd prefer to enter wheel with a flat back instead of in bridge, you can do that as well. 3 more breaths wherever you're at. All right, if you're in bridge, just release the hands and lower down. If you're in wheel, tuck the chin as you lower down. And then everybody hug the knees to the chest. Gently rock side to side if that feels good. Good. From here, hugging the knees to the chest. Extend the left leg out so that it's straight on the mat with your right knee bent, hugging into the chest. From here, bring the right arm out to a T, left hand on the knee or the shin as you roll to the left. So my left leg is straight on the floor, right knee bent. And the knee is to the left. Gaze is up or over the right shoulder. You can stay here, or you can straighten that top leg and get a little more IT band stretch. Good, one more breath here. Return back to center and hug the knees. Extend the right leg straight out, keeping the left knee hugged to the chest. Twist towards the right, bringing the left knee to the right, keeping that leg bent, or extending the top leg, the left leg straight out for an IT band stretch. Left arm out, gaze is up or over the left shoulder. Good. From here, return back to center, hugging the knees to the chest. Now we're coming into Savasana, and if you can help it, please don't rush out or leave early, as Savasana is a very important pose to help bring the body back to a balance. So extend the legs out as wide as the sticky mat, if not wider. Arms alongside the body, palms facing up. You can close the eyes or have a soft gaze. But this pose is one of the most important poses that we do in any form of yoga. The final resting pose of letting go, of surrender. Do not rob yourself of that practice. So let go. Let go of your breath. Just allow it to be its natural rhythm. Let go of your muscles. Just let the body fall. And our mind would not be a mind without thoughts, but let go of those. As the thoughts rush by, you just watch them. You don't cling to them. You don't get swept away by them. Steady as a rock. And just stay in the Savasana, practicing letting go. Allowing yourself a final rest after a long practice. Oh, today we did a lot of core stuff. Bringing the knee to the elbow, working the side plank. A lot on the hips with all the Utkatasana we did. If you're able to stay longer for Savasana, I would encourage you to do that. Just allowing the heart rate to return back to a baseline. Allowing yourself some rest. Wanting to end on time. If you're in Savasana, go ahead and just make your next inhale a little bit deeper. Invite movement by wiggling toes and wiggling the fingers. And take one final stretch overhead like you're waking up in the morning. And then on an exhale, just hug the knees to the chest. Raise the right arm overhead and just roll to the right, but stay in this fetal position for a couple breaths. Your final last position of natural comfort and ease. And then as slowly as you can, put your hands onto the ground and push up. Sitting in a comfortable seated position. Placing the hands on your lap or on your knees. If you'd like, you can bring the hands to heart center. Wherever your hands are, just bow your head. Recall the intention you had. Take a moment to appreciate yourself for coming to your mat today. A moment of peace and calm through movement and breath. Again, if you can stay a little bit longer in Savasana, I encourage you to do so. Otherwise, take a nice breath in and breathe out. One more inhale and exhale. Bowing forward, saying namaste. Thank you all for coming. Again, this was a 1-hour power yoga flow. I'll be back again next Monday, 3 to 4. We have some other awesome yoga teachers or fitness instructors in general, not just yoga, streaming on the different Planet Granite Facebook web pages, so definitely check them out throughout the week.
And then enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you have a great Monday and a great rest of your week.